Signori miei, bentornati con la seconda parte di Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Siamo qui in mezzo alle galline. Se volete vedere altri video di questa serie, ragazzi, come sempre dovete spolliciare questo video e continuerò a produrne per voi. È una serie tosta da portare avanti, però mi garba. Cioè, vi giuro, non è il mio genere, però mi ha preso parecchio. Ora parliamo con la vecchia, l'erborista. Vediamo cosa ci dice.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is chamomile decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
Come faccio a riconoscerlo? Non lo so.
Tell me, what do the herbs look like?
Sage has a purple blossom, and chamomile has white petals with a yellow scent.
Okay.
At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that
Ma l'ho spostato.
yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere. Or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised.
L'ho già
I'd be
fatto.
truly glad of that. Do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't in the best of shape, and digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
Not to worry. I'll see what I can manage. It's on account of us that he's here anyway. I wouldn't want you to have any more trouble. And a bit of effort, even if it's a dirty job, is the least I owe you.
Well, if you think you can manage it, good, but don't overstrain yourself. And thanks.
Where should I put him?
Grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it should be easier. When you head out the gate, follow your nose. Find a good spot somewhere in the reeds.
Le ortiche.
And when you're done with that, better have a wash, so's you don't have the stench of death on you.
True. I'll bear that in mind.
I'll sort out the rest with Ignatius, the gravedigger, when he comes by again. So's I don't have that wretch lying here till Judgment Day.
All right. I'll get to it.
Ok. Abbiamo i nostri obiettivi. D'accordo. Allora, mi ha detto di prendere la vanga vicino... Dov'è la vanga? Qua cosa c'è? Forse era qua, intendeva qua vicino. Qua non si può aprire, no? Andiamo qua. Comunque ragazzi, tanta roba sto gioco. Finalmente posso portarvi anche una parte di Armor Forger. Ma quella...
Shoulder still hurts like hell. Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
Quella arriverà a breve ragazzi, perché c'erano problemi di server. Fortunatamente adesso si è ripreso tutto, quindi non c'è più quel problema. Oh mio Dio, un bellissimo cervo. Conigli, vedo. So. Questa.
Purple flower. Sage. There we go.
Ok, poi ho detto... queste. Via! Camomilla. Ci siamo.
That's it. Chamomile. Right. I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bajena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better.
Ok. Devo capire dove... Oddio. Non so se è il caso di farlo correre. Devo capire bene anche gli indicatori, ragazzi, perché praticamente in basso... Perché sento un cane abbaiare?
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Regena's? I should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
Ok.
We're looking for those murderers.
Aspetta.
Lord Von. Hey, you! What do you want? Come here and tell me who you are, or I'll drum it out of you.
Rispondi.
Lord Von Bergov sent us to find the renegades who ambushed some knights company down by the pond yesterday. A couple of them fled and are hiding out here in the rocks. So tell me who you are and what you know about it.
I'm Henry of Skalitz. I'm accompanying Sir Hans Capon on a mission to deliver an important letter to Lord von Bergov. We were the ones who were ambushed yesterday by the pond. And Sir Hans isn't fit to travel now. Please report to Trotsky that we'll come as soon as we can. And have them send us horses and some clothing. And an escort would be good too.
Shit, how about that? I didn't expect you to fall for it so easily. We're not Von Bergov's men, and we'll deal with him later. Like we did with you yesterday by the pond. But that's the least of your worries now. We'll take your Sir Hans with us. But we've no need of you. Farewell, Henry of
Oh,
Skalitz.
shit!
Hey, this'll be quick, boy. This'll be...
Una sciata alla volo incredibile, eh. Muori!
You wanna try me?
Cosa scappi, stronzo? Ecco, morto. Sono stato un idiota, in effetti.
Stuffing all sorts of nonsense at my age.
Mi scusi, signora.
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Sorry. I reckon it was one of those who followed us yesterday.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Kobyla, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trotsky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord von Bergov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond, and you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them. Except I have 2 fresh corpses in my
Ancora.
Don't worry. I reckon I've still got a bit of strength left. I ought to be able to manage it before evening.
I'd be eternally grateful to you, but be careful while you're at it. You don't want to open that wound or strain yourself.
What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy, but we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
Vabbè,
Right.
lo faccio.
I'll try.
Non saprei come.
I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything.
È vero.
I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
Ok, questi stronzi però saccheggiamo. Cosa c'hanno di bello? Tunica, moonshine, questa dovrebbe essere chiavi di porta e bauli, mia. Bendaggio mi serve. Mostrina di stagno del vantaggio. What the fuck? Oddio. Peccato che la signora non ha i maiali, sarebbe stato il top. Avremmo dato in pasto i maiali, buonanotte. Idromele, pesce, pretzel, attrezzatura da fabbro. Ok, pettine in osso. Allora, aspettate un secondo perché non capisco se sono o meno cioè mi devo curare in qualche modo perché ho perso vita.
Henry, I need your help.
Ok. Ok, che devo fare? Dimmi, donna. Avvia alchimia. Ecco. Mo sbaglio, faccio saltare tutto in aria.
Go to the recipe book. Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start.
Ok, allora, dovrebbe essere questa. Serviamo del vino, 2 manciate di camomilla e 1 di salvia. Ok, 2 e 1. Ok. Allora, quindi allora.
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe.
Vino! Ok. Poi era 2 di...
What did you pour in there?
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
Ok, premi. Oh Gesù Maria.
Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit, but sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling.
Usando il mantice. Non è questo il mantice.
It's boiling.
Ah,
to keep
ok.
it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up.
Ok.
Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand.
Ok.
All
Ok.
right. Let's get to
Madonna.
it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
Ora. Madonna, fa salto in aria. 2.
Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts.
Cosa ho fatto?
See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the
Madonna.
cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again.
Oh Madonna. Un casino. Ma come? Ma come fate voi a giocare a sta roba? È un casino però, mamma mia.
Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames. All right. Now take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
Oh mamma mia. Ma sto pensando che forse facciamo prima a farlo morire. Madonna mia, ma scherzi, che casino.
Have you ground it? Good. Now drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a phial and pour it in.
Che fiavo. What? Che devo fare? Sinistra, seleziona il calderone. Ah, tieni premuto. Ok.
Done. Now let's see what you've brewed.
Antrace. Ho preparato un po' di antrace. Ok. Infuso di camomilla forte. 3 quantità. Oh, bene. Oh, sto libro potrebbe tornare utile.
Well, now, judging by the smell, I'd say you brewed it perfectly. Thanks for your help, Henry.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
Well, if you feel up to it, I'd be right grateful to you if you was to rid me of them damn corpses what's lying there the whole time.
Sure. I'll do the best I can.
When you're done with that, go get some sleep. You won't miss anything, and you need the rest after everything that happened.
Dormi fino al mattino, mentre dormi recuperi anche energia. Ok. Quasi quello le rubo il borsello.
Longer without food and I'll really start to be grumpy.
Vedi, cioè, ah ok, vabbè, tanto c'è il calderone qua. Ok,
Nothing left here.
come vuoto? Era pieno, ma com'è?
Nothing to eat here.
Calderone vuoi è pieno. Quello lì sta facendo le magie nere. Ok, io dovrei seppellire in realtà. Ecco, vedi, la vanga. Vicino. Raccogli Mikesh. Hai parlato di ruscello. Aspettate, forse prima devo prendere i cadaveri, devo spostare vicino al fiume. Ha senso, no? Un cinghiale. Oddio, vorrei dare una botta in te. Dove cazzo l'avevo messo il corpo? Cosa ha galoppato via? Bastardo morto. Eccolo! Andiamo. Ok, stavo sbagliando l'ordine delle cose. Devo prima portarlo al ruscello. I colpi sono lì, quindi intende di qua.
Ah, shit. Shoulder. Oh, this bastard's hard work.
Ah, inizia a scavare, qua possiamo farlo. Però devo seppellire 3, devo seppellire. Ok. Metti il cadavere nella tomba. Poi recitiamo anche una preghierina. E uno è andato. Vedete? Seppellisci. Avrei potuto evitare di azzeccarne altri 2 e avere problemi se avessi al termine di un duro lavoro. Devo scavare un'altra. Se avessi capito che comunque sia, cioè, potevo dire che non ne sapevo niente e via, però volevo vedere anche un attimino. Volevo seccarli in realtà. In realtà mi sto giustificando, non è assolutamente vero, ho fatto una stronzata e via. Quindi devo fare molta più attenzione successivamente perché.
A bit longer without food and I'll really start to be grumpy.
Vabbè zio, che cazzo vuoi fare? Adesso abbiamo del lavoro da fare. Inizia a scavare. 10 su 10 con questo gioco. Esperienza top.
Fuck. This damn shoulder.
Vabbè. Oh Dio mio, sbaglio, anziché premere X tengo premuto. Vabbè, uguale. Cioè, ora devo andare a prendere un altro, scavare un'altra fossa. Vabbè. Al termine di un duro lavoro. Ok, perché lui ha sonno, dovrà andare a dormire e riposarmi. Questo cinghiale vi giuro, vorrei dargli un'accettata in testa e procurarmi della carne. Però vabbè, tanto il cibo ce l'ho, non è che me ne frega qualcosa. Per ora c'ho il cibo. Poi non vorrei, perché questo mi sembra proprio uno di quei giochi che ti punisce, no? Nel senso che magari tipo gli do un'accettata in testa, non muore ovviamente, e poi magari mi uccide il cinghiale, capito? Non voglio... Perché la signora sta ululando? Ah no, il cane. Capito, quindi non voglio evitare di fare sti figuracce. Farei tipo quando c'ho il cadavere in mano, guardate, l'audio scatta, non so perché. Non se ne è accorto adesso. Sentite. Cioè nelle mie cuffie scatta l'audio, poi non so se anche voi lo sentirete così perché lo registra così, però solo quando c'ho il cadavere in mano. Che diavolo. Dopo una... giuro... Ecco, di nuovo. Ok, tutti seppelliti. Io vado a dormire perché ho sonno. Vedo troppi status di in basso, di cui uno è il mangiare, però... Possiamo... Oddio, non posso neanche scavalcare un coso. Possiamo lasciare perdere per ora lo status del mangiare. Signora! Ho fatto. Si dorme?
Those corpses have been taken care of. They're gone to rest by the stream.
Oh, thanks, Henry. I appreciate it. You did what you could. Me and the gravedigger will do the rest, so I ain't stuck with that corpse forever.
Il becchino. Ok. Posso mangiare? No. Allora, dormi e salva. Quanto dormiamo? Figata. Però se dormo... Io direi di dormire fino alle 5, dai. Ok. Ecco, altri sogni. Incubi.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had it like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine. And I plan to take everything.
Rotten hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
Stronger dog fucks the bitches. And war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Oddio.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
What? Chi diavolo è questo?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
Ah,
That's
beh.
right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans? He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick, on that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Meglio di ieri.
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
Ma fatti i cazzi tuoi! Una splendida vergine.
I just told you. Toth.
You know his name, so he's no stranger to you. That could mean you'll meet him again. Or on the other hand, it's a deception and he wants to ensnare you in a trap, one way or another. You should watch out for yourself.
Thanks, Pavlina. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
Cosa? Cosa per me? Cosa? Ok, allora. Mangio dalla pentola. La stessa brodaglia di ieri, non è che sia chissà che. Cos'è lo status in basso a destra, vedete? Che ho sonno ancora, non capisco. Aspettate. Fetido. Oh, puzzo! Madonna, aspettate che mi lavo allora. Che cazzo, fetido. Non mi sono lavato infatti ieri. Gesù, non mi sono lavato, ero lercio. Non mi sono lavato. Ok. Il tipo è sparito. Diavolo, qua c'è una cosa di bello. Aguefilo, cosa trovo? Grimaldello medio, per scassinarla, ma no, vabbè, non li voglio rapinare, dai. Oh!
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us! Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
Guardale come l'ho
I'm
fissa.
glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
All the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course, I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first two times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Oddio, possiamo fidarci?
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov. We're saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armour. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
Yeah.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favours the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So
Lenticchia.
I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Townburg.
For Townburg? What was that
Oh
about
Gesù Maria, rimane infinita sta roba.
Hans was badly wounded during a night raid on Townburg Castle, and I had to carry him out of the battle on my back, so he wouldn't fall into enemy hands.
Gracious! Raiding a castle? That must be pretty wild, eh?
Indeed it was. Arrows raining down, outnumbered by hordes of foes mercilessly charging at us from all sides. I'm truly indebted to Henry for getting me out of that fix.
But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
Ecco.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for. But I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Geleoth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Bajana, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
But I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bajana.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take
Bacino.
this potion.
Ah.
It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As
Okay.
Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer.
Ok. Ma scusate una cosa, allora, io gli ho restituito le armi e va bene tutto, ma i tizi che ho seccato, no? Ce l'avevano le armi, dove diavolo sono cadute? Perché ora come ora una loro spada, qualcosa mi farebbe molto comodo, ma non ho idea di dove siano, cioè sono completamente, sono proprio disarmato. Gesù, vabbè. Qua si ciancicano.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
E gli altri nostri compagni?
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I've known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
Dovevo recuperare Moot.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
E il
Saved my
cazzo!
skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So,
Oddio, cos'è sta luminosità? Che
Hold on.
cambia?
Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes, we'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. You're still my protector, though. So you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
Oh. Spada da caccia.
Where'd you get it?
I found it in the dung pile. Must have belonged to the fellow I brawled with that night we got here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Ok. C'è luminosità che straballa così, l'avete visto? Che strana. Vabbè, cose che verranno risolte. Ciao ciccia! Ma abbracciala! Monete, no! Ah, ciccina, mica ho paura che faccia una brutta fine. Però dai, abbiamo fatto buone azioni. Cioè, io ero ancora al prologo praticamente, cioè, mamma mia. Oh Gesù. Bella questa. Mi è piaciuta questa intro così. Oddio, però ci ho notato lo scatto, eravamo ancora lì a casa della vecchia. Madonna.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine. And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed. And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
Si bussa?
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord.
Yeah.
Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am?
No, we fucking don't. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai. Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me! Look, wait. Wait, one moment!
Beh, si va a cercare il cane adesso.
What the fuck?
was that? So now what? There's only one thing we can do.
Ossia, intrufolarci? No. Vediamo cosa propone il pazzo. Lavarci, chiaramente. Guarda, Dio, quelle luci che mi stanno facendo venire attacchi epilettici.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
This is not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
Dobbiamo lavarci. Trovare dei vestiti nuovi.
What the fuck was all that at the gate?
Oddio.
You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Mica dice la tunica sporca di sangue.
Well, the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenes. The best way to honour their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Oh Gesù, facciamo i camerieri.
Cheers.
Oh, non è il momento.
That's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for. I've heard that witch.
Oh Gesù.
What I tell you. Feisty. What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Iniziamo. Spruzzati un po' di 1 million.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that?
Eccoci.
It stinks like something died here.
Eccoci. Arriva il silenzio. Domanda scusa.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Mamma mia, oh. Lavati altro. Ma infatti era la prima cosa da fare, cioè, appena arrivati qua dopo sto viaggio di merda. Lava anche i vestiti, già che ci sei, perché... Ah, ok, sono lavati, è perfetto.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why he sent you for the wine. Wait a moment. I'll be right.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on, are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
That's the most important thing. You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we as it happens.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle and I wasn't at any pond.
Oddio. Ma si ricorda bene?
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
No.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Oh, shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me.
Mi sono lavato! Fatti toccare. No.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Gelosa la signora. Ho paura.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
Ah.
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
Va bene.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
Ok.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right.
Sì.
We'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Non sono cazzi tuoi.
From far away.
I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathhouse wench.
Hai appreso matrimoni nobili. Posso partecipare? Dove?
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Will Lord von Burgov be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Who is this Semin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort and the village belong to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Okay.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh,
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you, so you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that.
Fatelo da solo. Giusto. Ok, quindi ha detto dal...
First I have to settle our debt.
Da quello. Aspetta, non so se parlarne con lui.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Burgov is about to leave the castle.
Sacra. If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, from the local noble family, is getting married. He's marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's going to be a big event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Burgov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
No. Well, I don't exactly have a plan, actually.
God's hat, do I have to do all the thinking for us? I suppose we could stand at the side of the road and wait for von Burgov to pass.
I'd say the wedding's a much better bet.
We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Ecco.
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Oh!
Dai.
Work, your lordship, is an activity that all us common folk have to do when we need money. And it wouldn't hurt you for once either.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But
Madonna, che rompicoglioni.
Sacks? That's against God.
Lo faccio da solo, già capito. Quello è il mio posto, portare i sacchi da solo. Ah.
It's a wonder your tongue isn't aching.
Bear in mind that I'm still your master. Enough of your insolence and start accepting your lot. In short,
come?
So kind is to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Ridotta, madonna.
I'm going then. But you could give me a hand. It wouldn't do you any harm.
Ah, stop whining. You can manage. Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry. Such is my nature.
Che rompicoglioni. Ok, devo fare molta attenzione allora ai dialoghi, perché la reputazione aumenta e diminuisce. Però vabbè, sti cazzi, tanto cioè, avrò modo di far aumentare anche la mia reputazione nei suoi confronti.
Isn't half heavy.
Dov'è la porta?
Give me something to eat, thanks.
Ugh, Christ,
È
pardon
qua.
me.
È qui? Oddio, vedo un corno. Ok. È qua. Che figata sto gioco. Io sono abituato a sparare tutto, roba del genere, mi trovo a giocare a questo. Che comunque vi dirò, spacca. Mamma mia, guarda che lì ballano tranquillamente. Cioè, il prologo era più lungo di quanto mi aspettassi, perché io quando ho interrotto il primo video ho detto vabbè, ho fatto più che abbastanza. Poi invece boom, cioè giocando ancora appunto in questo episodio, il prologo non l'avevamo ancora superato, perché vabbè c'era tutta l'intro con il coso degli sviluppatori eccetera. Siamo al terzo, madonna.
Right, it's a deal. Go ahead and tell Francis
I'm the son of the bailiff.
You know what? I've had enough of your bugs.
Qualcuno pensa che sta iniziando a fare rissa? Non vorrei dire, ho sentito. Aspetta. Andiamo a vedere fuori un attimo. Potrei sbagliarmi, ma dai toni. Ecco.
See it again. It was their own fault. What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you, surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein.
Gesù.
Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Ecco.
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Rissa, rissa! E io con chi mi picchio? Ecco. Oh, ma mi stanno menando! Quanti sono? Ma sono in 3 contro di me! Oh! Ma che cazzo! Ma che da, ma mi attaccano 2 alla volta, com'è possibile? Come faccio? Cioè, vedi, come fai a difenderti? Oh! Aspetta, ho finito la stamina! Sto finendo tutto! Fuga! Che odio! Ah, ok, abbiamo resistito abbastanza. Ah, no. Ok, per fortuna. Il furbo! Cosa? 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 Che diavolo?
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak?
Ecco.
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship. You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess. Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off. You'll get a whipping too.
Cos'è sta roba? Oddio, per un attimo pensavo fosse la ghigliottina. Stavo spaventato, però non era stato ancora inventato. Allora,
I'm the only one of us with any sense. I'm not the one who acts like a spoiled child.
Spoiled child? You're in danger of crossing the line, Henry. Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
I was just defending you. Should I have let that fop beat you senseless?
I only wanted him to apologize. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better.
What do you think I was trying to do? You should have listened to me and calmed down.
And let him insult me. Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Oh, and our little prince knows all about it, doesn't he? You only left your uncle's a week ago. All you've known up to now is a tavern on Rathby Green.
Now you've gone too far. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Oh, brutto stronzo. Impreca.
That's enough. Don't you fucking realise how badly you've been wronging me all this time? I bend over backwards for you. I tolerate all your stupid fucking whims. And what do I get? Insults and accusations. But right from the start, you acted like you were on some nobleman's outing. All you cared about was whoring and boozing. You know full well the ambush was your fault, and now you're kicking out so you don't have to admit it.
What do you...
Let me finish. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth like you, but unlike you, I'd have managed to deliver that message. That's because I'm responsible and know how to behave in a way that doesn't make me feel ashamed. In a way that would make my parents proud of me.
Which parents do you mean? Radzig?
Aye, Radzig, let's say. Nobody could be proud of you, Capon. Nobody.
Ecco.
We'll see who's proud of who.
Potevamo fare pace, ma... Oddio. Il mattino dopo. Sceso un giorno intero lì.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive. Isn't that? What's so? Hey! On the Virgo!
Schiaffetto. Dai, liberaci.
Right, where were we?
Ah, finalmente.
Go on, get out of my sight. What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Fine di un'amicizia.
Oh. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. Alright, off you go.
Bene, ora siamo nudi, non abbiamo vestiti. Ma cazzo facciamo? Non abbiamo tutto il nostro equipaggiamento, che vabbè era solo cibo, però schifo non ci faceva, no? Qua finisce male, vai a vedere. Allora, ogni azione ha delle conseguenze. Se commetti crimini le persone reagiranno. Cos'è un crimine? Cioè da qui un onesto cristiano non dovrebbe tenersi allora... Questo è un crimine, bisogna uccidere innocenti, rubare, entrare nelle case altrui, far del male alla gente o agli animali domestici, né disturbare la loro tranquilla esistenza. Conseguenze dei crimini: qualcuno ti coglie infragantemente commetti un crimine e ti denuncia alle guardie o ti affronterà direttamente. Non sei al sicuro nemmeno se nessuno ti coglie in flagrante. Le persone non sono stupide e potrebbero dedurre che sei tu il colpevole. Oh, ma come? Carichi la reputazione peggiora se commetterà crimini. Ok. Puoi pagare un'indulgenza oppure compiere un pellegrinaggio imposto da un prete. Disordine. Se in una zona avvengono molti crimini, gli abitanti aumentano la vigilanza e si armano, mentre le guardie... Ok, ho
I really
capito.
do need to find some job. I'll find mutt without you, you stuck-up lord of Perkstein.
Ok.
Henry?
E qui inizia la nostra avventura. Chi
Aye,
cazzo
aye.
sei?
You're in the right place. Over here. You know.
Chi è questa?
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Ma sì, eh?
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Ok.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
Practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed. Although that might not be a sorry sight.
Oh.
I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
Oddio.
I could use some armour. Proper, like, for a night. And no rusty junk.
And you are like a knight?
Well, yeah. I don't look so good. But I swear I came here in armour, sword at my side, and on a horse.
Wow. And where is your armour?
Madonna, quante domande che mi
On
fa.
horse now?
That's a long story.
Ecco.
And it's not a happy tale.
Well, you can hardly buy new armour now, but you might find something in the town hall armoury. Although you'll need quick hands.
In che senso?
Thanks, but I'd rather get my clothes honestly. I just got out of the pillory. I don't want to end up there again.
Well, I'm not pushing you, just giving you a few useful tips. What you do with them is up to you.
Oddio, vabbè, fanculo, me la caverò.
Oh well, it was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Che palle, oh. Dai, ha preso un mendicante. Cioè, quella è conciata meglio di me ed è una mendicante, che cazzo. Allora. Cioè, dobbiamo andare a prendere dei vestiti. Non vorrei rubare, però. Che mi resta da fare? Finalmente siamo liberi. Ah, cioè, adesso proprio ho un senso di libertà. C'ho 200.000 dialoghi. Questo sarebbe il municipio. Allora, prima cosa, dobbiamo lavarci. Ok, quindi devo trovare un posto dove lavarmi. Facciamo con ordine. Posso usarlo? Credo di sì. Ok. Siamo puliti. Punto 1. Poi, guarda dei bei vestiti che ci sono. Mettiamo un bel reggiseno. Ma sono un idiota, io queste cose le avevo, raga. C'avevo i miei vestiti. Ma che cazzo? Ce li avevo i miei vestiti. Non ci credo. Stivali da vagabondo, non è che li avevo messi, stavo camminando scalzo. Cioè, ho tutto quindi. Ma sto malissimo. Cioè, io mi stavo preoccupando, raga, che non avevo proprio vestiti, invece c'ho tutto. Ok. Allora, signori, io termino qui quest'altro mega video di Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Si può dire che dal terzo... Ah, sto picchiando. Si può dire che dal terzo episodio in poi abbiamo molta più libertà di scelta, adesso facciamo altre robe. Andremo a cercare il cane sicuramente. Guarda questi qua. Dai! Dai, voglio vedere chi va giù. Altro che UFC, guarda che roba. Guarda. Guarda. Tutti che guardano lo scontro, guarda che roba. Oh! Incosciente, deruba, colpo di grazia. No, beh.
What the hell? Hey, did something happen?
Indovina.
Wake up.
Oddio, posso parlarci?
I'd like to apologize for that brawl. Lord Capon is a bit hot-headed.
That Capon of yours is a puffed up fool, more to the point. But that was some punch, I'll give him that. And you fought like a lion and all. We outnumbered you, but we still
No, ma è
had
lo
our work
stesso,
cut out.
ok.
What could I do? I had to defend my lord.
What? He really is a noble, is he? Well, stone me. I hope he doesn't hold a grudge. In any case, as far as the two of us are concerned, it's all water under the bridge, right?
Right.
You can see I'm not some idiot, can't you? I just don't like haughty fuckers. And you aren't one, are you?
I hope not.
I'm sure you aren't. You're a good lad. I can tell. And a good brawler as well. If you ever want a proper workout and some fisticuffs, Lawrence the Geliov innkeeper is your man. Farewell, my friend.
Come addio? Mica è morto, è solo incosciente. Oddio! Cioè, l'ha preso peggio lui. Guarda come lo ammira. Guarda come è ridotto. Ok signori, spero vi sia piaciuta questa enorme parte. Noi ci vediamo con la terza. Abbiamo diverse cose da fare, ma principalmente andiamo a cercare prima il cane. Non mi interessa niente. Prima il cane, poi il resto. Ci vediamo ragazzi con la terza parte. Supportate e arriverà presto. Ciao a tutti.